Hello.
Sorry. First question. Okay. I think we'll kick off with. Let's have a look. Actually, I don't know if Simon wants to kick us off now. Appears to be no one. James Cooper, you want to kick us off?
How pleased were you with your players today?
Very. It was a good game. The brilliant start was one of the best performances we had since I'm in Liverpool, to be honest, not only this season. It was just the first half an hour was outstanding. Scored only once, but I don't think anybody expects to score 3, 4, 5 times or whatever. Don't say the chances were there. Only the how we played was just perfect. We tried to pass. We had in the right areas. We accelerated. We won the balls back. We played in behind the line, stuff like that, and it was just good. Then, after half an hour, it was a bit. We lost the momentum of the game a little bit. They scored then, was a bit more open. So I had no problem with the halftime whistle, honestly. And then we could adjust a few things. It was not that I don't think that United was then like demanding the game or whatever, but it was just a bit more open. And so then they changed, and Fellaini is on the pitch is never a good sign for the other team, to be honest, because just these balls are really difficult to defend. But we did even that really well tonight. And so, stay in the game, got the dominance back, step by step. Yeah, and then Chuck closed the game. Be nice, and I think absolutely deserved, obviously, tonight. So, you need a bit of luck, what we needed, both goals, deflected, stuff like that, but being in the situations, having these moments, that's just, that was football. And the first goal, that was what a goal. What a goal. It was brilliant, exactly like you have to do it. Fantastic pass, super controller, fantastic finish, so that's how it should be. So, nearly perfect night for us.
Jose Mourinho said he got tired watching Andy Robertson because he played so well in all these sprints. Is he kind of symbolic of the growth of your team?
If you want, yes. But I think it was. So what we did obviously today, we changed a little bit. We brought Sadio on the right side, and and Naby was in half space. So that's how we opened the game. That's how we opened. Then the Man United is obviously playing rather man-orientated, and that's why Robbo had the space for it. And he used that obviously really well. So that's absolutely, he's in a good moment, honestly. And that helps as well. But I didn't see. Nathaniel Klein, first game, what is it tonight? 18th, 16th of December. So mid-December, and he plays the first game of the season. And that performance, I know we were not 1 second sure that he can play 90 minutes. Obviously, it was no problem. He could do it. It was brilliant. And the way how he adapted to the style and stuff like this after being not involved that often. Outstanding. And all the boys just worked so hard after the Tuesday game. Is for the moment, really good. We have to carry on. That's how it is.
Is that a sign that your whole squad is stronger, not just your kind of starting 11? You talk about someone coming in like that. Is there a better?
You know that we have a really good squad, but it's the problem is the moment. So we had Tom Solanke and Divock Origi trained really well, and we're not in the squad tonight. But we have options offensively, kind of, but defensively we are a bit short. But today we had a solution, brilliant, and if that stays like this, then it's good. If not, then we have to be probably as creative as Arsenal was today. They had obviously a lot of midfielders in their last line. That's how the situation is. But for tonight, we had a proper lineup and a bench so strong, and we could change from one of the most intense games in that season so far from Napoli. We could change 2 midfield positions. That helps a lot. So we had fresh legs, and that helps these boys. And good.
Tom?
Can you just talk about the influence that Fabinho had on the game? The assist there. He seemed to control the tempo of the game, and probably his best performance since.
He was outstanding, absolutely outstanding. What I don't like in these questions, that it always the thing I don't hear is that it always it says something about other players as well. I know if you don't mean it like this, I still answer it because on Tuesday we played against Napoli, one of the best games in the season, an outstandingly strong opponent. We played with Milner, Henderson, and Wijnaldum in midfield. That's what I said. It's heart and soul of the game. We need, and as long as we can make these changes, we will make these changes. That's how it is. That they have fresh legs there, that they are fresh in mind, that they always can go for it. And then they demand a game like Fabi did tonight. Absolutely. Together with Gini, fantastic. Nabi played so naturally smart in that half space. Because it's not easy. You have to defend the wing, and then the ball is coming, everybody's shouting, don't stay there inside and stuff like that. So it's just good. And again, Fabinho played highest level, that's true.
Okay. Any final ones, guys? Chris?
The last two league games, being a guy coming off the bench, you made a difference. They're not going to chat today. I thought it just feels what you're saying here on the squad. Like you come behind the ball team that's going to come on and bet you.
Oh yeah, they all made a difference. They don't have to score to make a difference, but of course it helps massively, especially if you're an offensive player. And to be honest, Shaq is such a wonderful, skilled boy that he has to have influence. That's important because if we can bring him in a half space and he pass the ball back to the guy who passed him the ball, doesn't make too much sense. So he has to turn, he has to speed up, he has to change the situation, he has to pass him behind and all that stuff. He did it, and then we were all a bit afraid that Kleiny will shoot in the moment when Shaq came. If Kleiny would have scored tonight, that would have been a real sensation. So, but being then in the moments of the finishing moments in the box or around at least, that helps of course massively. And it was just you could see the game felt good for the boys. It felt good. We spoke last week or so, I think, about that. The Napoli game away was never our game. The whole 90 minutes, we were never in the game. We tried to change things, but never got the momentum back. And tonight again, we had quite the moments, but we never lost the momentum 100%, so we could get it back and play again.
Last two questions, Ollie, then Paul.
Jurgen, just talking generally about your sport, how difficult is it to have a player in Shaqiri's position, where he's coming off the bench doing brilliantly, he's starting games doing brilliantly, and then you've got to put him on the bench? It seems like it's often a balancing act to keep players happy in that situation. How do you do it?
Oh, we spoke about that. I cannot keep players happy. You are happy or not happy. So you understand it or don't understand it. I think the boys understand it. So that's how it is. If you are happy because we all treat you like you played the last 500 games, then it's easy to be happy because we never make a difference. So rotation, whatever it is, changing lineups in that intense period, there are two opportunities. You play all the time until you are injured, or you have to manage games. These are the only two possibilities to play all the time. It's the Premier League. We cannot manage games. You can do it a bit on a centre half position if you are pouring it up or whatever. Then it's not that intense anymore. We keep the ball. That's not too intense anymore. On all offensive position, midfield position, there's no chance to manage a game really. So that means we have to make changes. And in the idle world, you make these changes before the boys are injured. So that's all. Then there are specific jobs to do against specific opponents. You need somebody for the half space, you need somebody between the lines, you need somebody for the runs in behind, stuff like that. That's how it is. So a big squad is not there to make each member of the squad happy. It's to give everybody the opportunity to show that he should play. If you don't show that, then you are not even an opportunity anymore, to be honest. Then you don't have to think about it. In best case, everybody is 100% fit and performs on the highest level. The best example for that is actually Nathaniel Klein. Since I'm in, he played, 100-something games or so. And then he got a bad injury and he was nearly a year out. So it doesn't help, obviously. In this moment, Trent came up, Joe got fit and stuff like that. Life and situation changed. So you can train on highest level and you have still to wait. Is that nice? No. Is it a job? Yes. And that's how it is. And because Klein did that and trained on a really high level, he could perform like he performed tonight. And that's just amazing. I really, to say that, didn't see that a lot.
Okay, final question, Paul.
Yeah, what's it, how important was the win today when you see Manchester City from yesterday? I know you don't like talking about City, but was another test?
I talk a lot about City, but not a
test today, wasn't it? You passed it.
Because we ignored No, because we ignored it completely. I cannot say we passed it because we didn't think about it. I didn't mention it one time. I saw yesterday, I had time to watch it. Because we play in a few weeks, but then after the good start of Everton, you saw the game goes in the direction, and obviously City had the normal problems what you have after international game, and then you play at lunchtime.
Even if you didn't mention it to the players, they must be aware of it.
Yeah, we are not silly. We know the table. But it's just, are you focused on it or not? We don't. I said it before. We played tonight Man United and not against United and City. That's the only way I know. We really didn't speak about it. And I think that already helps. It's not that not if they win and we come then together and train and did you see what City did? Not. We are focused on our thing and we'll see where it leads us to. So is there a moment at the end of the season when we are still around them? Where we have to think about, where you start hoping they drop points or whatever, maybe, I don't know today, but in a moment, we respect them a lot, and they respect us, of course, and we have to win football games against all the others, and then we meet at the 3rd of January again, and then we think about City a lot.
Superb. Thanks, guys. Thank you very much. See you Boxing Night.